Hi, this is Jeannie, and this is another episode of my podcast, So You Think You Can Write. So this is targeted mostly to people that are starting in their self-publishing journey. They've decided that this is the path for them. And I'm just going to tell you or discuss a few things about what you need in order to get going. Like some of the things that you really need to have in order to start writing that book or, start on this journey. So what you need, first of all, is an editing software. You can use Microsoft, and there's a ton of them. You can even use the one that's free, Google Documents and stuff like that. But what I personally use and have been using for like 3 or 4 books now is Scrivener, because it's actually very user-friendly. And the thing about Scrivener is it allows me to outline my books before I even write them. And then there's notes there on characters. You can definitely do this on paper if you want to, if you're that type of person, but I want to keep things in just one place. So Scrivener, actually, it's spelled Scrivener. It was affordable. I think it's less than $100, and you own it for life. So you have like a place there where you can outline your characters and places, and then there's research places there as well, and then there's formatting for novel formatting, and then you can save it. It's just a really nifty tool, and I love it. And before that, I was just using Microsoft. No, I'm just using Microsoft and Microsoft Word, which you can upload on Amazon. The Kindle itself, the Kindle Direct Publishing. This KDP or Kindle Direct Publishing is the tool that you use online to upload your manuscripts. So Amazon just really accepts that document form or format, and so that's very nifty. So let's see. Okay, and this is what I highly recommend. You really have to sign up for courses. If you don't have the budget right now, just find one on Amazon. Not Amazon again. I keep talking about Amazon for some reason. Find one on YouTube. There's free ones. There's a ton of content there. And because of YouTube, I was able to discover people that offered courses. They have the pay structure. You pay by months. Couple months, they have a payment plan, and there's a bunch of them offering it on YouTube, and you don't even have to sign up yet if you're not ready. You can just do it for free. But the thing, I don't really recommend this because it will just confuse you. And this is where I started, actually. I was just watching a lot of content on YouTube, and there's just a lot of information there. And it's like, where do you start? You really need to start. And so I got lucky because I bumped into my she eventually became my book coach, and I signed up for her e-course, Make Money with eBooks. So it was the most basic one, and that offered a lot of help and support, and that's where I started. And then I eventually upgraded to a more expensive one, and now I'm a student of Amazon Ad School, which is basically just on the marketing side, because I already have 7 books that I've written already. I need to constantly market them. And then after choosing a course or signing up for a course, I think the next step for you would be to decide what genre you want to work in. Let's say for me, I write romance, romantic comedy, clean romance, and contemporary romance. Basically, contemporary romance. And you also have to write to market. What it means is that try to learn more about your market, romantic comedies, read about the other authors, read their work, just constantly learn about your genre. And I did rapid release in 2019, 2020, but because of demands at work and because of the corona, I couldn't do the rapid release. And so now I decided the best thing for me would be every quarterly I'm going to release a new book. So which means 4 or more books, if I can squeeze more books in a year. And then you also have to think about the book cover. So once your book is done, have it edit it yourself and have someone edit it. You can pick, like, if you don't have the budget, you can go to Fiverr, or there's sign up for Facebook groups. There's like editing that is more affordable than the traditional editing route. And then you also have to have your book cover. There's book covers on Fiverr. They're pretty decent. You can make it yourself if you're nifty with book cover graphic design, or you can have someone pay someone, not just on Fiverr, but maybe commission someone, or you can go the route of having it customized. So a book cover will usually, a very good one, professionally done one, will cost you $100 or more. But like the more affordable ones, you can get one. I think I ordered one on Etsy. It's like $35-50. On Fiverr, it can be less. It really depends on your budget. And as for me, I started out with just making my own book cover. And when I started to have the budget for it, I upgraded to the more expensive one, like around $50-75. And, if you have more budget, definitely go for more. But since you're starting out, I definitely would recommend just a decent, like, mid-priced one, so at least you have some idea that they can cost anywhere between on Fiverr you can really get them for cheap, and they're really good quality as well. I mean, they're not that bad, but if you want a professional looking one, it's $150, $100, $150, $200 and upwards. And then always learn about your craft. So what I do is that I listen to a lot of audiobooks about marketing, and not just marketing, but how to write better. There's like the how to outline your books and how to write better books. There's really a ton of them, and there's a bunch of them that is pretty affordable. You can go on Kindle, you can read them. They're pretty easy read. A bunch of them are like less than $5. There's Audible ones that are $5 to $20, and you will learn how to write better, format your book, how to outline your book, and how to, make, there's books on how to write better characters. And I always suggest always read in your genre. And then the last suggestion that I have is always try to get a book coach or join a mastermind group, which is, so I'm part of Facebook right now. I'm not as active as before, but I realized that when you really pay for something, you show up. So I'm going to be joining. I'm actually part of a group right now, but I'm going to be leveling up and actually have like one-on-one coaching for my books, because I really want to be profitable and to really start earning, which is, I think, most of what writers want, is to start earning more from their books. I want to earn passive income from my books. One last thing that I'm going to add is, and that's really important, is to find time to write your books. You have to block in your timetable a schedule for writing your book. So I used to write books before after work, but because now I'm juggling so many things, I can write for sure at least 3 to 4 days in a week. So I have to have a writing schedule. I actually have to have a better writing schedule right now, and it seems like it has become better. Because when you are writing a lot, especially with self-publishing, initially you are going to be doing something else as well. It's not just all self-publishing and writing. So I have like a day job. So at night, that's when I find that I'm more creative and the most creative at night. So I actually schedule like when to cook my meals, and then after that I write, and then I work on my projects. Usually, since I'm also doing podcasting as well, I usually just delegate it to the weekends. And writing is on a weekday, because I have this mindset that writing is also a job. It is a job. It's something you need to do if you want to be in this industry, and if you want to make money, and if you want to be profitable. So you have to treat it as work. So definitely have a writing schedule, and write down like a timeline on when you're going to drop your books, and have like a general idea of how many thousands of words you need. So 50,000 is a novella, 85,000 is a novel length one, and then you determine like how fast you write. As for me, I can write 2,000 words in like maybe 2,000 to 3,000 words in a certain writing schedule, like a time, like maybe 2 to 3 hours. It really depends on the flow, but usually have that target of maybe writing 2,000 words or more during your writing session. And that's it. That's the overview of what to expect and what are the things that you need to do when you're in self-publishing. And hopefully this has been of help, and you can email me at homeofjeannie@gmail.com. And if you're an author, self-published author, and you want to be interviewed, definitely email me as well, homeofjeannie@gmail.com. Thank you.